Welcome to get to know the speakers of Digital Confex. Today we have with us Subitra Dali, who is Associate General Counsel, Labor and Employment, APAC at Jabil. He will be speaking on the topic Employment and Labor Litigation, a global perspective discussion during the IP and Legal Confex happening in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia on 31st January 2024. Hi Subitra, welcome to the chat show.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you for welcoming me and thank you for such a nice introduction.
It is our pleasure to have you on our chat show. So, Subitra, please give us a brief introduction of yourself and your field of expertise for our audience.
Okay, sure. My full name is Subitra Dali. Currently, I'm in a multinational manufacturing company, which is American based, and I am heading the employment legal aspect for APAC. So, my position in the current company is called Associate General Counsel for Global Labor and Employment. Prior to that, I have been in private practice for a very long time. I was in private practice for about 22 years. I am based in Malaysia. And after leaving practice, before I joined this current company, I was in Standard Chartered Global Business Services. And in that company, I was also heading the employment law for multiple jurisdictions for the global business services. Then I was there for about 4 years, and then I joined my current company called Jabil Sendran Berhad. And I was kindly invited by Digital Convex to give a talk, and I'm looking forward to it in January.
So, how excited are you for our event?
Oh, I'm really excited because I think I can share a really good perspective from the private practice side and also from an in-house counsel perspective. And of course, I'm also looking forward to meeting the other participants and hearing what they have to say. It's always good to join these sort of platforms because I'm always looking to learn different areas of not only the law, but also the other areas as well. And learning from the other experts is always a benefit to me. So I'm really excited.
So, moving forward, I have a few questions for you today. My first question is, what led your interest in labor and employment law?
It started from a very young age. My father has always been in that field, and also yeah, so that's the reason why I decided to go into this field because ever since I was young, my dad used to come back home from his work, and he used to talk about a lot about his work, and he dealt with a lot of labor and employment matters. There's a human factor to it, which I think it's really how do I say it? It's got an emotional sense to it as well. That you're not just dealing with paper and court and judges and the law. You're also dealing with human beings, and that part of it is very interesting to me.
I
So
think
yeah, so I ended up going into that field. I think subconsciously I kind of was going down that path as well.
I think your journey is quite inspiring. So, my next question will be, what is the difference in your experience being involved in private practice and as an in-house counsel?
Yeah, there is quite a lot of difference. I must admit, when after being in private practice for a very long time, like I said just now, about 23 years, and when I went into in-house, it took me at least about, I think at least about 2, 3 months for me to change my whole mindset and how I look at things. As an external counsel in private practice, we are always stating the law to our clients and how to you should comply with this law, that this is wrong and this is right, you should comply. But once I went into in-house, you realize that it's not only about complying with the law, it's also to serve what the business wants, what HR wants. And sometimes there's a lot of gray area. So you need to work with them, you need to collaborate with them as a partner, and not so much as a police to say this is right, this is wrong, but more of a business partnership. And sometimes I find that it's very interesting because then you learn really how to think out of the box and maybe come up with solutions which are compliant with the law, but at the same time they solve your the business purpose and also the HR functions purpose. I say HR because we work a lot with HR because it's labor and employment. Yeah, I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, I think you explained very briefly and very nicely about difference between both of the practices. So my
Yeah,
next
thank
question
you.
is, in your experience thus far, what is the most impactful function or role of a labor and employment in-house counsel to any employee?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of the second question just now as well. I think the most impactful I find from my experience is, like I said just now, I learned not only how to manage uh, the business. It's not so much of the legal or the law as well. We've gone through that part. Uh, like in my practice, I already know that this is the law, this is what we do. But I think the most impact is how you can meet the business needs. And I think that one of the difference or one of the I would say a little bit of a struggle for in-house counsels also is to show our value in terms of cost. Because in-house counsels are actually, well, any lawyer for that example, I mean, even if external or even in-house, we are seen as not a cost churning or not a revenue churning function. It's more of we are not the business, we're not the sales, we're not marketing, we're not bringing in business. So I think that is something that we need to show our impact. Of course, we have an impact. We are saving costs in the sense that you don't go to external counsels all the time. But I think that impact is something that we need to learn how to show the value to the business to show that there is an impact on cost and not only on legal advice as well.
So my final question will be, tell us about your hobbies or what you like to do in free pastime.
Oh, okay. There are a lot of things I like to do. In my pastime, I like to do a lot of art, uh, painting, drawing. I spend a lot of time doing that, and I also spend time with my daughter doing art as well. So yeah, so that's one of my favorite pastimes as well. Yeah, and of course I like reading. I like traveling. Traveling is nice. I like to travel with my family. And the simple things, just hang out in the house with friends, have dinner, drinks. Like tonight, I'm getting ready for some Christmas dinner and drinks. So yeah, that's the kind of thing I like to do in my pastime.
Thanks, Subitra. It was great connecting with you, and I'm thrilled with your excitement to join our conference. Any words for our participants who will be joining this conference?
Well, I hope they won't be as nervous as I'm going to be. If these participants have been in your conference before, I'm sure they will do well. And looking forward to meeting everyone, including yourself, in person.
Yeah, Subitra, thanks for your time today. And to all the participants, don't miss the session happening in IPL Legal Confex on 31st January 2024, presented by Digital Confex in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Get a great chance to connect with her in person. See you soon, Subitra.
Thank you so much for your time. Bye. Have a nice evening.